and welcome back to my channel. So I'm really sorry that we haven't been able to upload any videos over the holidays, but we've just had kids the whole time and we haven't had any like space or quiet space to do anything about that. So 2019 now, Happy New Year's to everybody. I know we're like a whole month or so late.
Yeah, it's like February something.
Yeah.
February 7th.
Oh wow, that's like really ages. Okay, so that ship has like sailed. Okay, so let's jump straight into it. Today's topic is parenting, or a little bit of the whole parenting thing. So we've had a bit of an experience with our baby where we've gone through a stage of not wanting anybody to touch him. So we got some advice from our midwife that we took a bit too far, I think.
So our midwife told us that there was this lady that she was in Pick and Save, and some old lady went up and stuck her finger in her baby's mouth.
And then the mum totally went off at the old lady for doing that.
Yeah.
And so after hearing that, we got really phobic, I guess, about people touching our child.
Yeah. Because we took him, well, we take him to Pick and Save all the time with us.
Pick and Save, the supermarket.
Yeah. And people talk to him and want to touch him all the time because he's social. He likes smiling and he likes talking to people.
And waving.
Yeah. And so I feel like some people think it's an invitation to come over and touch him just because he's a baby.
Yeah. I've had some really scary moments with it. I feel like I have to be really protective of him. So whenever we would go to the supermarket, I'd always make sure that I was between him and the rest of the world, kind of thing. And there were a couple of times when I failed. and I did fail, and I have to own that one because he was in my care and I failed, and a couple of people grabbed his cheeks. You know, I didn't know them. And there was, yeah, I really messed up with that. And it made me really angry. I got really angry that people thought they could touch my kid. You know, don't touch my kid. He's not your kid, he's my kid. I don't want your germs on my kid because I don't know where your hands have been.
Yeah.
You know, that's pretty much all it's about. And it's a supermarket, you know. We don't know you. We're not friends. I never met you before.
I have really, really bad anxiety. So when it comes to baby, it just skyrockets. So I know that I've made it a lot worse for everybody else too. I don't even like baby being away from me in the grocery store.
Yeah, we've had a couple of incidents about that too. Even when baby's just with Tristan on the other side of the shop. And yeah,
I panic because Tristan just walks off, and sometimes I don't notice that he walks off, and then I panic because I don't know where my baby is.
Yeah. Okay, anyway. So getting back to it, I don't know why I got stuck in that modality of thinking that people are always going to try and invade our space and, you know, try and touch our baby. Only because when I had my older boys, when they were younger, I never ever felt like that about people touching my child. Except this one time when our big boy was maybe 4 weeks old. We went to the video shop with him. He was in his capsule. I put him down on the floor next to me so I could reach up and grab a movie down, a videotape, old school as. And then this guy walked over to me, a stranger, I didn't even know him, and he picked up my baby's capsule and started walking out the door with him. I really freaked out, and Tristan started walking back towards me so that the guy was like in between us and cornered pretty much. He tried to pass it off as a bit of a joke, but that's really not funny. Other than that, though, I didn't mind strangers rubbing my kids' cheeks or, you know, that kind of thing. Just that one time. I wonder if it's your anxiety.
Yeah. My anxiety makes it worse for everybody else.
Yeah.
Because realistically, like when we think about it, he's 11 months now and we still don't like people touching him, but he's fine. The more that we go out with him, though, the more that I don't mind.
Okay, so we then had an experience that kind of changed the way that we viewed things.
A few months back, we went, me, Adrian, and Anna Maria went to the hotspot. Oh, and baby. We all went to the hotspot, and there's a rocky path to get into the water. Age and Anna got stuck on it, and so I went over to help, and nobody was there for baby, and I almost fell. And so some lady was just sitting on the rock beside us. She asked if I wanted her to hold baby, and I said no thank you. And then I couldn't get to them without almost falling. I tried again to get to them, and then I looked at the lady and realized that I needed to give her my baby just to be safe. So I gave baby to her to hold, and then I ended up being able to help Age and Anna. But I wouldn't have been able to help them if I just stuck with it and I didn't give baby to her just because I didn't want anybody to touch him.
And then when that happened, that kind of sparked some memories for me as well. When my boys were younger, they used to fight a lot because they were like 2.5 years apart. I went to Pack and Save or to the supermarket one day with them, and they were fighting. And lucky for me, there was this really nice lady who stopped and offered to take my big boy. And I had the other one. And she said, "Oh, we'll meet you at the checkout." That was the most peaceful time that I'd ever had, like doing the grocery shopping. And I was really grateful and thankful to that lady for doing that for me. I think that experiences like that or helped us to move past, you know, this whole thing about being anti people touching our baby. Because I think that we do need each other. As a society, I think we could all benefit from helping each other with things like that. Just last week, we went to the supermarket again, and there was a lady outside when we were going to our car. She was outside struggling with her 2 babies, and Chelsea went to go and help her.
Well, yeah, she was my friend. Her toddler was having a tantrum on the ground because her mum took a box from her head, and she had her other baby in the cart, and she was almost on the road, and her Age told me to go and help her. So I said to her, she can take the toddler and I'll take the baby in the trolley and we'll go to the car. And I think she really appreciated it.
And I think one of the other good things about that kind of stuff is that it's your good deed as well, you know, when you go and help somebody.
Yeah.
Not just, you know, it's not just cool for them because you're helping them, it's good for you, it's good for the soul, you know, helping other people.
Yeah. Because I would have felt really bad if I got back to my car and I didn't help her.
Yeah. So that, changed the mood for the day. That was really awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so final thoughts.
I think when it comes to touching babies, if you see a baby in a capsule, don't touch them because... Yeah.
Brand new babies, don't touch.
Don't touch. Always ask permission. Always, if you see a baby, you feel like you need to touch them, just ask their parents. Because I think most people aren't going to put their fingers in your baby's mouth.
And I don't think that we should automatically let our minds go straight to that as well, to think that, oh, everybody's going to put their fingers in my baby's mouth, or everybody's going to be like out to hurt my child.
Because most of the time they just little touch their hands or rub on their cheek.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's not a bad thing.
Yeah. And because people need people.
Yeah.
Like, lots of mothers need help in Pick and Save or when they're grocery shopping and their babies want to start crying.
Yeah. So, remember to ask. Always be helpful. And
it's not even embarrassing.
Oh.
It's not embarrassing asking for help.
And
If
ask for
you
help.
have 2 or more children that are just not listening.
Cool. So if you like what you've just seen, please give us a big thumbs up, click like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that when I upload next, you'll know too. Kia ora.
Bye.